Good morning. It's a nice cloudy day here. The rain has stopped. It's supposed to stop until like noontime and then pick back up again. So I'm hoping we can get some siding done. I'm supposed to be delivering our soffit material today and the lift so we can get all of the high siding done. I want to check on the piglets, see how they're doing. And I also got to figure out what's going on with our new Cummins generator. It was running good this morning, ran almost an hour. I had it running because we're supposed to be pretty much cloud overcast all day today. And if I'm going to run it, I like to run it in the morning. I get up early, so when everybody else is sleeping, I run it because it's noisy. And then it started just acting up and you can hear it, and then it just shut off. I got a code. It said generator genset overload. Tried starting it back up like half hour later, and it would just crank and it would run, but it was kind of like running like it's starving for fuel. We still have over half a tank of propane, so I don't know what it is. So we gotta figure that out. But first we gotta take care of the piglets. The goats and the chickens are all fed. You guys sleeping good? All right, I'll let you be. I see you moving around. You're good. The piglets seem to be doing really well. They like to sleep a lot. They're still pretty young, 8 weeks old. So I'll let them be in there. Keep an eye on them. I put some more food and some eggs out in front of their feeder. They've been eating good, so I'm happy with that. So we got our soffit material. We're going to be going with black vinyl. We went with vinyl because it's like a quarter of the price for going on the soffit, and I don't have to worry about the sun fading it because it's going to be underneath. So I really don't see the sun getting up there and fading it anytime soon. So we're going to do vinyl up there. I got to make our own tin to wrap all of the pine with because they didn't make anything black and I want black. Oh, we are missing drip edge. I'll have to call about that. They're supposed to get us some black drip edge, so I'll have to call the guy back, see what he found out about that, because we need some drip edge to go up here along the roof. I can bend my own if I have to, but it wouldn't have the same profile as the drip edge that we have on the roof right now. And then once we're up there doing that, I also need to move our Starlink up higher so that way we'll get better, I was going to say reception, but I guess it's not reception, but we'll get better, I don't know, internet, whatever you want to call it, because right now we get blocked a little bit by this roof because most of the satellites are on this side. So yeah, hopefully the lift should be getting dropped off within like an hour or so. So we'll get ready for that and let's start siding while we wait. So the last time we were working over here, we got this corner up, the backside finished siding, and we got all of our pieces cut and the ends painted to go in this spot. And then we had to go get the piglets, and that turned into a little bit more than what we were thinking it was going to.
Not a bad thing.
But not bad. That will be coming in the future, more on that. But
we hope.
That took up a lot more of our time, so we didn't get to finish getting this section up. I was planning on getting the piglets coming back and then getting this finished, but it kind of took a different side shift, which is a good thing. So we didn't get this done. So I'm gonna get this area up since everything is cut and painted. And then we'll start on the front. I'm hoping to get high enough up on the front so when we do get rain, it doesn't get the splash up, so then we don't have to worry about it drying out. We can continue on. We
were hoping to have the lower stuff already down before the lift came, but stuff happens, weather, things that you have to take care of, all the things. So we are happy of where we're at, but we were just hoping to get a little further before the lift came, but we will have the lift for when we get to those places.
We got pretty far. I don't want to do this side before the lift anyways, because if I'm going to run out of siding, I want to run out of siding on low spots. So my game plan is we're going to do that front first all the way up to the peak. Then we'll come to the back side, get this back side all the way to the peak. So if we run out of siding anywhere, I don't think we should, but if we do, I'd rather run out on the back side because we can get pump staging to finish that. We need the lift for the front. So that's the game plan. Then we'll do this afterwards. So if we do run out of siding, that would be a lot. Then we can just order it and we'll have to wait and we can finish up this side. That's kind of my thinking at this point. So let's get this done, then we can jump on the front, and at some point the lift will show up. I have everything marked. This mark right here will coincide with the back side. So we did all that the other day, which is nice. That side will go like that.
Yeah.
Yep. There. So now we can use the gecko gauges.
Here it comes.
Here it is.
You've been waiting for this.
Right.
Here it is. Arlo's like, what is that? Here to go.
Well, Jax is already approving it. It's another jungle gym for him. I want to thank our friends over at Main Equipment Rental. This is going to help us out a lot for getting the siding done. I'm going to use it for the upper siding and then for all of our fascia work. So for right now, we don't need it. We'll get back to finish doing the siding, then we'll get down here done, and then we can start doing the fascia up high.
I'm sure Al wants to get in there and start using it, but we do have to get done some other parts before we start using this. Me, on the other hand, well, I just like to have our feet on the ground, but that's beside the point.
I was thinking you were excited and couldn't wait to get up here. Get up on this, all the way extended, doing like complete donuts in the air.
I don't think so.
No?
Nope, nope.
Just think of the views you'll be able to see from up above. We can get to go 55 feet up in the air.
You don't have to. The house is not 55 feet.
But we can. All right, let's get these last few pieces up and then we can get on to the front. I'm glad we have the lift here.
One less thing to have to think about.
Right. Ran out of nails. So that actually worked out perfectly. This measurement ended up being the same exact measurement that we had on the backside for the same kind of area that we were working in. So we're right on with our layout.
That foam brush has had many uses. Still holding up.
Looking pretty sad.
It's still working.
It is, but it's looking pretty sad. It's gonna be time to invest in some new ones at some point.
Last piece for that little part.
Let's make sure it's level. We are good. So let's get this one measured. We'll cut out for the window, we'll get it painted, and while that's drying, we'll hop over there and get that one figured out so that way while paint's drying, we can have other stuff to do. hear the little thumping? That's the mating call of the partridge.
I have been hearing stuff, but it's so like a strange sound, so I don't ever really, until you tell me, I'm like, oh yeah, that is what it is.
So this time of the year, you can hear some like faint drumming, and that is the rough grouse, partridge, whatever you'd like to call it. The male's doing their mating call to attract the ladies. So we've been hearing it faintly in the distance. So it'd be interesting to see how many rough grouse we see on the road this year. $133. Arlo's in the basket. There you go.
Thank you. I think it's fine to staple it.
Right on the money.
I told
like
you,
it.
I said to staple it.
All right, let's get the other one up and then we can start with some small pieces over here. Be nice to get it at least to here before the rain comes in, because we get the rain usually only hits like this high up. So if we can get past it, then tomorrow we wouldn't have to worry about the zip board being wet.
But not this.
All right, perfect. It's gonna be weird once this whole front is covered with boards.
It's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, it'd be weird not seeing it zip board green. I know you fit.
I just painted it, so I don't want to paint it again.
It's just getting it in there.
Do you like those gauges?
I do.
They work out handy.
It's nice to have an extra set of hands when you're doing it. You still got to make adjustments sometimes, but you don't got to hold them. The most time-consuming part is cutting, painting, and letting everything dry.
Yep.
It's looking good. All right, we'll jump over there and get some of those up. I like that.
So if we just get a regular rain, if it gets on the house, it gets on the lower part and not on the top part. So if that happens, when the rain comes, then we'll be all set. Keep going further because we don't really want to be putting siding on when the zip board is wet, because then we have that moisture that could get stuck behind there. So that's why we're going up this high and trying to get it across, because the rain is supposed to come and we want to have it all set so that we don't get stopped from moving forward in a little bit.
Good morning. It's raining out again. I need to get a rain gauge up here so we know how much rain we've gotten. We got a lot overnight. They say April showers bring May flowers. Well, it's the end of April, so I'm hoping that means these April showers are almost done with. I'm gonna go check on the piglets, see how they did in another rainy night. The goats don't seem to mind it, so that's good. The chickens, they don't care either. All right, let's get these guys fed and then we can go check on the pigs. The rain's supposed to be stopping, and you know what? It feels like it is. So that'd be nice if we can start getting back on the siding after we have breakfast. And I think that's what's gonna happen. I like it. Let's see how the pigs are doing. There you are. I see you, Chip. Good morning. Hopefully soon they get more friendly with us. It takes them a little while, which I don't blame them. The best part is all of that zip board is dry. So siding up as high as we could yesterday worked. I don't think the chickens liked that we had 2 goose fly in. They're being pretty vocal about it. They're not happy. All right, the rain has just about come to a stop, which is nice. That sun is trying to break through the clouds. We only got a few hours though, unfortunately. It seems like all this week we get like rain, a few hour break, and then more rain. So we're gonna see how far we can get. But I'm liking the look of that over there. I've been leaving a bunch of scraps just out lying around because I want to see how the weather and everything affects the wood, because this is all loaded with waxes and everything. So I'm curious. On the house, the backside and the edges aren't going to get soaked, but if we leave this stuff out, what's it look like in a week or so? Just kind of curious.
Like, does it swell up or do anything like that?
Right. So far, it's not. It's not supposed to, but Arlo in the window. We got an Arlo in the window.
We want to get the siding up. For one reason, it needs to be covered. And the other reason, we have some big projects coming up, so we want to get done so we can move on to the next. And then hopefully we have some other news that we can share with you soon. Actually, a couple different things, so we're excited. We just have to wait a little bit and then we can share that, hopefully. So yeah, stay tuned for all that.
What are you two up to? Causing mischief?
We are so glad we did this little roof awning. We didn't know if it was going to make it darker maybe in the house because there's only this few windows here, but it doesn't stop the light from coming in at all, so we like it. It keeps rain off right here. We can be able to use it shortly to come sit out and just enjoy everything and just have a time to just maybe have a cup of coffee, chit chat, do all the things.
Supposed to get down to 30 degrees tonight.
30 degrees.
Yep, good thing you don't got any plants outside yet.
Right.
And then tomorrow night's another chilly one too. And I think all next week it's supposed to be warmer, but like in the 30s at night. Upper 30s, but 30s. There we go, I like that.
That's a weird looking cloud right there, huh?
I like the sun. It feels so good. Warms you up and charges our batteries.
Sure does.
Both ours and our houses.
Right. That's what I was thinking, our batteries.
We have a lot of technical cuts down here, so it's taking us a little bit of time. I think once we get past the roof line, it'll go pretty quickly. We just have a lot of windows and doors to cut around, so it takes just as long. Almost every cut takes just as long, whether it was a 16-foot piece you were cutting and putting up, or if you're cutting a 12-inch long piece. We have a lot of cuts down here, so it's slowing us up, but we're getting there.
The sun. Hello. Tonight I've decided to do some zucchini boats. I had bought some zucchini at the store and I have some leftover quinoa. I have some onions, I have some leftover tomato sauce. I have some burger out, So that's how I decide what I'm going to make usually. So I just set my oven to preheat because what I'm going to do is get my zucchinis ready and then get them in the oven even though I don't have the filling ready, because the zucchini part takes the most time, and then after I get the filling done, it's really already cooked. It just needs to be heated up and kind of getting everything cooked together. So I'm going to get these ready. So what I do to get the zucchinis prepared is just to cut the ends off. Before I forget, I'm just going to just oil my pan.
I burned out like a wandering ember. I shone bright, then my journey was over. What I sought when I ran.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and brown my burger. You could do this meatless. You could do this with any kind of meat you have left over. You could do it with breakfast sausage, Italian sausage, just regular burger, chicken if you wanted to. I'm gonna use quinoa and put that in here as well. If you have leftover rice, you can really put whatever you want in your filling for your zucchini boats, including like different cheeses if you wanted and stuff like that.
Back where I began. No matter the rain.
Add to my zucchini, I'm gonna say zucchini guts, my insides of my zucchini. I just did a quick little chop in case I had any big pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that in there and give it a little cook.
No matter the storm, I'm coming on.
So the quinoa was leftovers, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that.
I'm coming home. Leave open the gate. Don't turn off the light. I'm coming home. Well, I scratched in the dirt for a while. I gained all